Fishyaker.com, the original kayak rigging video series.
Hi, I'm John Oast from Fishyaker.com. Pretty much every serious kayak angler knows what model kayak they have, how long it is, maybe even what your weight capacity for the boat is. But do you know your serial number? Yeah, that one number that identifies the actual boat that you own. Well, first thing you need to keep in mind, if you purchase a boat new or if you buy it used from somebody and they still have the paperwork with it, for instance, a lot of manufacturers will give you something like this on the back of your warranty booklet or your information about the boat itself will be a manufacturer statement of origin. You'll notice that in the paperwork of the boat, there is a long number on it. Typically, that's your serial number. That number will correspond to a number that's typically molded into the hull of the boat. If you're looking for a little bit of background, like if you're buying a used boat and you're wondering how old it is, or if you're at a dealership, a kayak dealership, and you're wondering how long that boat might have been in inventory, a lot of the manufacturers, if you look at the serial number, the last couple digits of the serial number will designate what year it was manufactured in. For instance, if you see the serial number, if it has a 13 at the end, that's probably a boat that was manufactured in 2013. So that's just a little bit of background for you. But try to keep this paperwork somewhere safe. If you ever decide to register your boat or put a motor on it, you'll probably need this manufacturer statement of origin also to send in or a copy of it so you can register your boat. But that number, again, that you're going to find on your paperwork with the boat is actually going to correspond, like I mentioned, to a number that's on your hull. And a lot of times you'll find them molded in either on the side of the stern or up near the bow. Somewhere on the boat itself, you'll see that same number molded in. So if you don't have the paperwork, go outside, take that number down, write it down, keep it somewhere safe. I learned the hard way about 10 years ago. I had a boat stolen out of my yard. I was able to do a police report on it, but unfortunately I didn't have written down anywhere what my serial number was, and I couldn't find my statement of origin for it either. So unfortunately I never had the boat located, but if they had, it would have been a whole lot easier to identify it if I had the number off the hull of the boat. So if you're really serious about kayak fishing, you want to make sure that nothing ever happens to your kayak. If, for instance, it gets stolen, you want to be able to identify it. Or if you decide to register it at some point, say if you want to put a motor on it, get that number, write it down, keep it somewhere safe. It's the one way you'll be able to identify the hull of the boat. Now keep in mind also, if you look at the hull, there's no number on it, or sometimes you might see the letters BLEM, BLEM. There might be a manufacturer's defect or second, that type of hull of the boat. You may have purchased it, got it on clearance from something like that from a dealer. Often you won't see a serial number on it. Once in a while you'll see that BLEM molded into the boat. That just basically means the boat would pass inspection to float, but may have some type of imperfection in it, say coloration, something like that. So in other words, the manufacturer of the boat might have thought that the hull was decent enough to actually be seaworthy and not have any problems in the water, but may have some minor cosmetic issues to it, so you actually still were able to, allow somebody to use a boat instead of simply destroying it. So again, get that serial number, keep it handy. It'll come in really useful if you ever sell the kayak or if you want to register it, or again, if somebody steals it, unfortunately, like what happened to me, you'll have that number and you can always report that to the police too. So again, everybody knows what model kayak they have. They pretty much know how long it is, wide it is, all of that, but a lot of people don't know what the serial number is. So again, write that serial number down, keep it somewhere safe. And as always, please subscribe to the Fishyaker YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and we'll catch you on the water. Thanks for watching.